Folks, I tell you what, if you don't know the plight of the American farmer, you need to watch some farming videos on YouTube. It is a tough business. I'm just a backyard wannabe, and I don't know if y'all can see all those nuts on the ground. That is, as Nelson at IP Farm says, that is pennies on the dollar, just laying there killing me. I'll bet you there's $500 laying on the ground. One just fell off right there because we're having wind. I don't know if you can see these limbs are moving. I bet I've already lost 500 to $1,000 already this year. It's hurting. Hey everyone, Tony Walsh here. Welcome back to the channel and another edition of what's happening on the farmstead, or what's, usually I'm showing the garden, and the garden is behind me, but today is not going to be a garden video. We have something new, as you can tell by the title. And what is that something new? Well, it's that right there. I went to work yesterday and this was just mowed grass. Came home yesterday evening and that was sitting in the yard. Now I knew it was coming. But that's what we got. So before I show you or give you a tour of that, I'm gonna show you some clips of that Jackie took. It's her first time videoing anything for YouTube, so got to give her some credit. At least she's making the attempt to make some videos. So let's look at those clips and then I'll give you a tour. Okay, so here's the coop from this side, and it is actually raining out here if you can't tell, so I'm not gonna stand out here long. So this door right here, or window here, it folds down to let air flow through. Some of this is gonna hard to do one-handed. So see, just a little clip, pulls down, you got some ventilation. This door here runs across. Yep, got that one locked. Thought I had them both unlocked, sorry about that. It flips up to where you can take a hoe or a rake and just clean the coop out. Of course, you see the water hose that runs through there, and I'll show you the bucket inside. So this door is interesting here. So this is the door that we would come in and out to do anything. But you can see it's like a half door. So this bottom half opens up to where you can get more ventilation. Because it gets hot down here in the summer. We've just been complaining about 100-degree weather. So they're going to need some ventilation. Okay, over here to the other side, these windows open up. They don't lock, so they can just be opened up. Again, to let that ventilation get out when it's hot. The nesting box right here, lid flare, and this is a heavy lid, so the granddaughters aren't going to be able to come pick it up and latch it and all that. So you just thought I had it latched there. Forgive me for this camera view. I know it's not a good view. Just latches up and got the 6 nesting boxes. So that way we don't have to go inside to collect the eggs. Well, like I said, it's raining, so I'll just set that back down. Then here's the coop, and here's the door we could get into the coop. Again, just latches right here. And these are good heavy-duty latches. There is nothing flimsy about this coop right here. So you can see it here. Again, obviously it's full of screens, so good ventilation out here. Even this door here is heavy duty. The ramp that the chickens use, again, just good sturdy latches, plenty of latches. Nothing is flimsy about this. The only thing I don't like is if they lay eggs under there, how are we going to get the eggs? That's going to be interesting. So going back to the inside, Again, good door latch. Really happy about the stuff that this is built out of. So, see the nesting boxes there. They even sent spare white paint and spare black paint. It's got a Smart Pet auto door on it. We've already set the timer to it. So it opened up at 6 o'clock this morning when it's supposed to. Get ready to clean. The roost just flips out of the way. You see the chain there to hold it up. So they have thought of all that stuff. You saw the garden hose to come into water. Little bucket here with these type nipple waters in here. So this is the Coop Mahal is what I'm going to call it. I think the chickens are going to live in a better house than we are. Now the one thing that we have to do is put some blocks around the bottom of it. As you can see here on the inside, you know, critters could come in. Chicks, if we ever have chicks, could get out. So we're going to put flat blocks. You can see I just already put one here. We have to do a little bit of digging to put flat blocks up underneath of it, and that'll stop those critters. But we're also going to put some wire down first, and that will keep any of the critters that want to dig, because we do have raccoons, we do have possums, we do have fox, we do have bobcats. Of course, we do have neighborhood dogs. So I hope our 2 dogs got enough sense not to try to dig in here. But that don't mean the neighborhood dogs won't. So got to fill those gaps up. Of course, now if you took it off the skids, it would sit flat on the ground. But we going to leave it on the skids. That way, if we ever want to move it, we can just pull the blocks out and move on. So the downside to moving is you're always going to have to stay on a water hose. So our water is obviously right there, so we will trench water to this corner over here. There is a power outlet to this door here, so we've got an extension cord run right now, but I'm going to order the solar kit to make that work, so that way I don't have to run power out here. We are going to put some exterior lights, but we'll make those solar powered as well. So we'll put a light on the end up there and a light on the other end, and maybe a little one up under the eave there, so that way we can check eggs at night if we don't get to them during the day. But that is our tour of the coop. So let's see if we can get these blocks under it, and then we'll bring you back. Okay, Two Clowns Construction's been hard at it, and we put some 4x8x16 flat blocks under there. So the building is actually sitting now on the blocks and not on the 4x4 skids. It lifted it probably a 1/4 inch off the ground. So I mean, the skids are still going to be touching wet dirt and stuff like that. So the only issue we got is right here, and I'll have to get somebody with a concrete blade to cut one of my blocks to fill that hole in right there. But at least we've got it filled in today there, and it happened the same way on the back side. So we've got the wire overhanging, one for a couple of reasons, just to keep a critter from digging. And here we got it out the back, and that's as far as we could get those blocks up under. So they're out a little bit more, but again, that keeps the chickens in and keeps the critters out. So that task is done. Now I don't know if we can tell it on this video or not, but you can see the paint tray down there. We have painted that wire black, and then you see these two are still the galvanized. Jackie had saw that on YouTube on somebody's channel, so we're painting our wire black because they say it looks more invisible than what the galvanized done, and it also cuts down on the glare for the chickens. So I don't know if you can tell this. Well, let me just step closer and see. Black and gray are galvanized. So let me know what you think about that. Okay, we're gonna wrap this video up because it is starting to sprinkle rain again, and we got to go get ready for a birthday party. So the wire's been painted black, and you can see she is already putting flower pots here for the chickens. There are 2 on that side, 2 on this side. I told y'all they were going to live better than us because these 4 ain't enough. She wants another one right there in the middle and wants another one right there on the edge. And she said she was going to plant some herbs or something so that way she can run them through the fence and let them pick at it. So we'll see what the next video brings. So until then, y'all take care and God bless.